Hello class, my name is Mike Beerwart, and today we will be demonstrating what a police officer does to prepare for work. And the reason I chose this topic is because most people don't know what actually entails or enables a police officer to do his job, the equipment that he uses, and the mindset that he has to get into to actually go do his job. And I also thought that it would be an interesting topic because most of you probably have never heard of that or ever will hear about it after today. So I figured it'd be a good attention getter, okay? So the first thing I'm going to talk about are the tools necessary to do the job, okay? The first tool is actually going to be the duty belt. The duty belt comes by itself with nothing on it, and all this stuff is actually put on the duty belt as you get trained and certified to use it, okay? So we also function check all the equipment that we use before we go to work to make sure that it works, so that way when we go to use it and it doesn't work, it's not going to cause us serious bodily harm or even sometimes death. Okay, so I'll show you how we use all the equipment, where it's placed, how it's function checked, so we're good to go. Okay, the first equipment we're going to talk about is going to be our OC spray. Our OC spray sits right up front of the belt, so you get easy access to. Okay, as you can tell, I'm shaking it. That gets all the stuff good to go and ready in case I need to use it. Make sure it's not settled in the bottom. Okay, the OC spray is function checked by just holding it up, shaking it, looking at it for any discernible damage, making sure that it works, and then I put it back in its case. Okay. The next piece of equipment is the cell phone, which has a cell phone holder. My cell phone is actually being used as a timer right now. The cell phone is actually a very important piece of equipment that you need to have on you in case your radio, when we get to the radio, you'll see, in case that it dies, that you don't want to be without communication. That can be very, very bad for a police officer to be without communication. Okay? The next piece I have, well, you also see a keys clip. I use a keys clip to keep all my car keys and police keys right there, that way they don't get lost. It's actually very hard for stuff to get lost off this clip. Okay, the next piece is the holster, which holds the firearm. After that we have the handcuffs, which sits behind the holster. Now when we function check handcuffs, we take the handcuffs just like this, we press them, and make sure they go all the way around and lock. That means that they're good to go. We also do it with the other one too, all the way around and lock. Okay, that means they're good to go and they're ready for use. Another piece of equipment that you want to make sure that works all the time. Okay, our next piece of equipment is going to be our glove holder. It holds 2 sets of gloves. Mine actually holds 3 because I just pretty much forced the third pair in there. You don't want to be without gloves anytime in this job in case you have to go hands-on with someone who might have bodily fluids on them. Now our next second set of holsters, I'm not going to go through on how to do that because we've already shown how to do that. Our next piece of equipment is going to be our flashlight. Now this is not your typical police flashlight. It's actually a lighter version, but it's actually more powerful and more durable than the ones that we're used to seeing, which are the big mag lights, okay? So this is actually a lot more powerful and way more useful in my opinion. The only way I function check this flashlight is make sure when I get it off the charger that the charger says that it's green, which means it's good to go for 12 hours. So, and then I do a little quick like that and I place that back in my holster just like this. Okay? The next piece of equipment that goes on our duty belt is going to be our radio. Okay, our radio is a very, very, very important piece of equipment. I would say it's probably one of the most important pieces as opposed to the firearm. And what this does is it connects you to every other police officer in the city and in other cities. It also connects you to fire, emergency medical services, anything that you would need to get your hands on in our duties. Okay, so that goes there. Okay, we get around to the baton. The baton is it's extendable. Throw it out just like that. It's used to protect yourself in case you're being attacked by bad people. Okay. And next we move around to our ammunition holsters. What I do with these is check to make sure that there's full ammo in there, that it's depressed. That way it'll work properly in the firearm. Okay. Once all that's checked, I take this belt and I throw it on just like this. Put it around my waist. Make sure there's a snug fit right there, which there is. Okay. After that, I take these belt keepers. There's 4 belt keepers. I get 4 sides of the body. Take these belt keepers right here and you throw them on all 4 sides of the belt all the way up to here. I'm not going to go through that. It's actually a lengthy process. Okay. After that, you grab your firearm. You check to make sure your firearm's good to go, which mine is. Check to make sure the light's good. That's good to go. Stick that right in the holster. Make sure that's in there. Now, you laugh, but I've seen people show up to work without their gun, and that's kind of a scary situation. Okay. All right. And the last piece of equipment that we use that I didn't talk about yet is our bulletproof vest, okay? I didn't go on and put it on because I'd have to do some things with the pants and you probably don't want to see that. So the bulletproof vest will stop anything up to 45 caliber bullet, and including some rifle rounds. And that goes on underneath this vest. You want to make sure that's snug and tight and good to go. Okay. Then you also want a good pair of sunglasses, because it obviously completes the look. Okay. There's some other optional equipment that you can have. This is a ankle holster that goes in your ankle. It's actually for my backup gun. When I put that in there, I put it in just like this, put it on my leg, and that way in case I lose this firearm for any reason, that's what I'll have as a backup. Okay. These are all the tools I use to go to work. I showed you how I function check the tools, make sure that they're working properly, and now I'm ready for a work day out in the police force. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to hit me up on Blackboard, and that's how you do that. Thank you for listening. I lost my remote.